Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 18th, about 6 a.m. Central Time. Overnight, the precious metals are stronger after yesterday's inside trading day. You've got gold up $22, $19.58. Silver's up 35 cents, $22.38. Platinum's up 4 at $9.11, and copper is up 3 at $3.60. So, in observance of some of the activity that we saw yesterday, the trading activity, it was kind of a back and forth session. It seemed like the precious metals were shrugging off those higher treasury yields. Treasury yields are kind of creeping back up to the high end of the range. Dollar weakness, not really playing much of a role. I think it was a lot of geopolitical positioning that was going on. There was talk that there was a rocket that was fired at a hospital within the Gaza Strip, and they had blamed the Israelis for it. But if you start breaking down things, they did look at the trajectory of the missile, and then also 20% of the missiles fired with coming out of Gaza generally land inside of Gaza City. So we didn't see any kind of significant movement in U.S. equities when that news broke. So it seemed to be a bit discredited at the moment. Now, we did see some volatility in the equities where the House Republicans were voting for a Speaker of the House, and we saw the market take off. We went over 4,400, went up to about 4,420, and then once the vote was failed, the market had sold off. So you want to note, if you're trading U.S. equities, put a note in your calendar or in your phone as to when these particular votes are going on, because it seems like the U.S. equities are going to have a risk-on vibe if they do get that if they do pass a new speaker. Now, getting back into precious metals and things like that, the surgence that we have right now going in precious metals, I think, is mostly correlated to two different things. One, the Chinese economy had really gained some momentum in the third quarter. They saw spending increasing across all various different sectors. So I think you're seeing some of your agricultural markets rally. You're also seeing the copper market lift up, and you're seeing kind of that breakout in silver prices, which had started to occur yesterday. Now you've got some follow through. Now you've got the gold market breaking out as well. Now, if you look across to the crude oil market, it's up about $2.20, was just up about almost $3 a second ago. Iran's foreign minister called for an oil embargo against Israel. So that's putting this, and that all of a sudden starts to bring Iran into this picture with some decisions that are going around this conflict right now. So I think that part of those geopolitical headlines are what has that gold market breaking out. Now, if you get into some of the technicals and things like that I'm watching, gold is still a neutral trend, but a close over 1944, trading at 1958, will indicate a bullish trend, and it will also we'll have to look at some key levels of support. I still believe your first major support, 50-day moving average, 1923. Look at that. Throw that on your charts. Throw up the 200-day moving average, 1981. That's going to be your resistance point. So those are the two levels that I'm watching. Ideally, you want to see the breakout. Then tomorrow's session, you'd want to see another inch up higher in that market. So the silver market's still bearish trend. However, it is getting set to go neutral trend. It just got to close above 23.36. It's trading 23.38. If it gets above here, you're going to see two new levels set where the trade trigger will be, and it's going to be just about that 200-day moving average, 24.03. That's where it's got to close above the 200-day moving average, and then it goes bullish trend. Similar. These are on a system that I run proprietarily that's similar to something like a turtle trading system. If you haven't looked up turtle trading system, Google it. It was a very successful system. I'm a person who believes in when these markets break out through three key levels, they're going to continue to run. So if you look at some things to watch here today, you do have the beige book coming out. You do have a slew of Fed speakers, and you've got earnings after the bell. The outside markets right now are mixed. The U.S. equities are under some pressure. You want to look at that pocket resistance, 43.90 on up to about 44.10, and then your support levels are like 44.65 down to 44.55. So the US dollar up 5 at 106.09. Crude oil again up 225. We're going to really want to keep an eye on that and see if it has any impact on some of these outside markets like corn, like the sugar market, things that can be turned into energy products. So you got any questions? I'm going to be traveling today. I'll be doing this video from another location tomorrow. Again, my phone number 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and option trading does involve risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck and good trading.